But we're going to be talking a little bit about NSPM7. When I first started seeing it in the feed, I was like, I don't know, I can't keep up with all this. And then as he kept talking about it, I looked into it and I was like, I mean, this show as a whole might be able to be classified as a...
We are bad boys.
As a terrorist.
Why? Give me some examples.
Extremism on race.
Okay.
Extremism on gender. Who else up late writing trans ideology on their bullets? I'd be cooked. I mean, the amount of donations I've made to left-wing candidates, card-carrying member of the Democratic Socialists of America, that's not going to be good for me. But I mean, why not? The benefits are crazy. I'm even eyeing some of those...
bonuses?
Those student loan forgiveness. I'm should I freaking mask up or what?
Oh, great. So now I got to pay for your student loan because you want to beat up a Mexican guy? Maybe we should start having people report us so that we can gain some...
No, don't do that. This is
some popularity.
I find this all...
I'll die on a cross. Oh, sorry. Was that anti-Christian? You want to hit the Tabata?
I figured we would just freak it, you know? No time. Time is an illusion. We don't need it.
We'll just podcast forever.
Time doesn't exist.
We'll podcast forever and ever and ever.
Oh, jeez. Wow, no more beeps. Welcome back, everyone.
I can turn the beeps on. You want the beeps?
No, I don't want the beeps on. Unless beep heads want it. Sound off.
Beep head sound off. We don't want to deprive you.
Emil ate, what was that, a veggie burrito?
It was veggie, yeah.
Man, I don't know how he does it, folks. If that were me putting away such a thing, I'd be on nap mode. I'd be needing a nap.
I need fuel, you know?
Yeah, I need fuel too, but
you
too much fuel.
You got to feed your brain. You know, the brain's the biggest muscle. That's what they say.
Not for me.
Well,
it's definitely my
I think
quads.
that is true. I talked to your doctor, and he said when it comes to the biggest muscle, it's definitely not his brain.
Yeah. You talked to my doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What about? Are you guys worried about me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
It's not just your doctor.
I did work out my legs today. I always feel funny doing the hip abductor.
Why? Because you have outdated gender.
Oh yeah, total outdated gender norms. Only girls should be doing that.
You said this is a woman's exercise,
and even then, it's sexually suggestive. You're just sitting there squeezing your.
Why?
Guys I'm just kidding. I like doing it. I'm up to 140 pounds on that thing.
You hear that?
And then my inner thighs felt so yoked afterwards.
Let me put my head between your thighs. Let me see how strong they are.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anybody. Hey, gang, we got big news. Well, it's not that big. I should take off a couple of those.
That was too many bigs.
You remember?
You oversold it.
I oversold it. You remember the credit card site that we have and haven't been promoting because we were working on an update? Well, long story short, we've got an update. And if you go to thecreditcardlist.com, it'll take you to our there it is. It's you see our little logo up there, and it's just all of my especially favorite credit cards. And I gotta tell you, you should click on it. And
I think I have every one of these in my wallet.
Yeah, me too.
Keep going. Oh
yeah, I got all these. Well, not the reserve, but if you go
I downgraded the reserve, but I do have the preferred in my wallet right now.
We're going to make it mighty easy for you. We're going to have a link tree in our bio. You can find the link there. There's a couple different ones. There's a link to just the homepage for all of this stuff, and then you can navigate around for balance transfer cards, low interest cards, cashback cards, business ones. And then if you click more categories over there, Connor, there's a credit builder down there. And these are cards that if some of you out there who have no credit or poor credit, you can apply for one of these and you will get approved. And then before you know it, you will have improved your credit.
I had to use are any of these secured credit cards?
Yeah, secured.
Self-Visa. I had to use a secured credit card to build my own credit because I had terrible credit. And now my credit is great.
But I got to tell you guys, so if you go to thecreditcardlist.com, you'll see the built card there. Man, oh man, You're
paying your rent.
Oh, I pay my rent on there. I've already accumulated so many points. It's a fantastic card. There's no annual fee. The points are now transferable to just about everywhere. Man,
that's probably the only card you can pay your rent on.
Well,
without getting
getting dinged. Yeah. Doesn't cost me anything. You get points. I mean, you really can't beat it. And you can transfer them to Amex, I believe. You can transfer them to all sorts of airlines and stuff. So get out there. And there's, if you want an American Express Gold personal platinum business, any of those, just go on the website.
Even just
check
an
them out.
everyday Chase Freedom is great. I mean, 1.5 points on pretty much everything. It's
everything rocks, man. Credit cards do be rocking. Anyway,
if you like flying for free, get out there, pal.
Yeah, not Burbank though. Did you hear what's going on in Burbank?
No.
Oh man, maybe I should save it for the bonus. It's because the government shut down.
Tell me in the bonus.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you in the bonus. And also, I have an update to my woman story. It's a so far a good update. BenandEmilShow.com.
If you're interested in any of that, but we got to get right into it. We're going to be talking about, and before we even get into it, got to do a big shout out to Ken Klippenstein because he really, I don't think anyone would be even talking about this. We're going to be talking about
Clippy himself.
What's that?
Clippy himself.
Is that what he calls himself?
I don't know. That's what I'm calling him right now.
All right, great. But we're going to be talking a little bit about NSPM7. If you actually go to Ken's Twitter real quick, you'll see he's been... I brought this up, I think, in the bonus last week. I was asking, but I couldn't even remember the... acronym. But I was like, did you see this thing there?
National Security Presidential Memorandum.
He's even changed his name to Ken Klippenstein, NSPM7 compliant.
That's
and if you
funny.
just scroll through his
head shaped like a pear.
His whole thing is basically just asking people to talk about NSPM7 and begging people to. And honestly, look, if Congress was say anything about this at all, that'd be great. And that's because this National Security Directive, National Security Presidential Memorandum 7.
Why is it 7?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense to call it the 7th one because there was one called like NSPM B.
I don't. So usually these are classified and not released to the public like this. It's very strange for them. Oftentimes they come out years later. There were ones from the Carter administration. Post 9/11 Bush ones were a big one where they were released like years later. There was
one under Biden.
But they're normally not just put out like this. It's not an executive order. It's this thing called the National Security Directive.
Yeah, it's not a law. It's a policy direction. He's directing policy within the bounds of the law. Just kind of saying, hey, it would be like saying, hey, parking enforcement, go out and I want you to enforce meters on this side of town specifically. It's like, it's not a...
Except he's talking to law enforcement, pretty much every agency, and saying, we're going to start stamping out left-wing extremism while labeling pretty much everything we don't like left-wing extremism. Yeah. When I first started seeing it in the feed, I was like, I don't know, I can't keep up with all this. And then as he kept talking about it, I looked into it and I was like, oh wow, you know what? We might we might be able to be classified.
Oh, you and I.
I mean, this show as a whole might be able to be classified as
we are bad boys.
As a terrorist.
Why? Give me some examples.
Well, so he goes on to list some of the indications of violence among these left-wing extremists. Anti-Americanism. Mm-hmm. I think there might be
we've done that kind of thing before.
Anti-capitalism.
Mm-hmm,
that one might be. There was a lot of CCP is strong. Those were jokes. Okay. Yeah. Anti-Christianity.
I don't know if we've ever been anti-Christian necessarily. Have we? Explicitly?
We've made jokes. We definitely, on an earlier iteration of this show, we would refer to ourselves as the only Christian finance.
Well,
podcast.
Then we're definitely not Christian or not anti-Christian because we're the only Christian finance podcast.
I think they might say when we made Vlad do a prayer with us.
Oh, right.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
We should have bought so much Robinhood stock after that. I mean, Jesus, we'd be millionaires.
Support for the overthrow of the United States government?
Yeah, check that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Extremism on migration?
I don't know about that. I don't know if we've ever said anything.
Extremism on race?
Okay.
Extremism on gender? Who else up late writing trans ideology on their bullets? Hostility towards those who hold traditional American. It's so vague. It's so vague. Broad.
Like, what does anti-American constitute?
Hostility towards those who hold traditional American views on family.
I guess man, woman.
Hostility towards those who hold traditional American views on religion.
Oh, okay.
Hostility towards those who hold traditional American views on morality. I mean, this could be construed
anything, which is what we're going to get to. Why this is especially heinous and a little bit on the scary side, because obviously these definitions are wildly open to any kind of interpretation.
And very, I mean, like we were saying, there's been these national security directives before, but Ben's favorite Trump administration official, Stephen Miller, said, this is the first time in American history that there's an all of government effort to dismantle left-wing terrorism.
Yeah.
They're coming for us.
Yeah, we've definitely threatened, or not threatened, but we've joked about sending a certain type of package to the White House, a certain, blowing up things, and we've made jokes about that. So am I worried? No, not at all. I don't think anything. I think we're too small of a fish. But, maybe we should start having people report us so that we can gain some.
No, don't do that. This
some
is
popularity.
I find this all.
I'll die on a cross. Sorry, was that anti-Christian? I'll die on a cross for this bullshit.
He explicitly, in the memo, he explicitly calls out the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Oh, yeah. That's in the very first section. Even in the aftermath of the horrifying assassination of Charlie Kirk, some individuals who adhered to the alleged shooter's ideology embraced and cheered this evil murder while actively encouraging more political violence. So it's just a freedom of speech thing. Yeah, like
he also calls out his own. He calls out the Luigi Mangione stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He calls out his own 2 assassination attempts.
Mm-hmm.
He calls out Brett Kavanaugh, which I completely forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
That one really 2022. I looked it up. That one flew too under the radar. It's so weird. The person went with a plan with weapons to go. They went to his house with a plan to kill him. And then all of a sudden, they called the cops on themselves.
Whoa, what?
And turned themselves in.
They said, I feel bad. We were going to come here and kill Brett Kavanaugh.
It's unbelievable.
That's super strange. Hey, everybody. We got to take a quick break to talk about food. I'm always eating. It's something that I love to do. And with fall coming along, fall always feels like a reset. It's a between back to school, you got busier routines, shorter days, longer nights. Finding time to cook can be tough. Take it from me. That's why I love Factor. They've got chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals that make it easy for me to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious, no matter how hectic the season gets.
Which has been big for you.
Oh, huge.
I mean, you're at the gym every day. I mean, my man is bulking.
I'm getting yoked. And, Factor's got me covered, man. I choose these high-protein meals that they got. They got everything I could want. More variety.
More meals. Choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost.
Ooh, yeah.
Support your wellness goals. Enjoy even more GLP-1 friendly meals and new Mediterranean diet options packed with protein and good for you fats.
Oh, man.
Savor global flavors. For the first time, try Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and more.
I love that Thai food, baby.
From more choices to better nutrition. That's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. Feel the difference no matter your routine.
Folks, eat smart at factormeals.com/Bays50off and use code Bays50off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Oh my gosh. That's code Bays50off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Wait, wow.
Yeah. So, and then he obviously, of course, name checks the riots in Los Angeles and Portland,
which is such a cop-out. I mean, calling them riots. Sure, there have been moments of people.
Protesting.
It's protesting, but everything that's protests now is categorized as riots to these guys.
Also protesting that the police departments in every city has never not had a handle on.
Yeah.
It never was like,
well,
hey,
that's what they're doing.
Reinforcements here.
Any instance, be it, that's what's alarming about this, is any instance of dissent, whether it just be verbalizing that dissent, or demonstrating in the streets. This memoranda, singular.
It's funny you say that because did you read through this whole thing?
Yeah.
It's full of
I highlighted all my
funniest favorites. For such an anti-intellectual administration and going after professors and universities and stuff, they really they do a funny job with a couple of the plurals of these words.
Like what?
It just reminded me when you said memoranda. So they go, these campaigns often begin by isolating and dehumanizing specific targets to justify murder or other violent action against them. They do so through a variety of fora instead of forums. I've never heard.
But then he goes on to say,
I know. And in the same sentence, they said, including anonymous chat forums. Which one is it, dickhead? And then the very next paragraph, there are common recurrent motivations and indicia. You can just say indications.
Yeah, wow. I just graduated law school and I really...
Unbelievable.
That's what it reads like.
But they really, they're giving so much credit to...
Antifa?
I don't even want to say Antifa because I'm like, does this thing even exist? Is this But the political violence is not a series of isolated incidents and does not emerge organically. Instead, it's a culmination of sophisticated, organized campaigns of targeted intimidation, radicalization, threats, and violence designed to silence opposing speech, limit political activity, change or direct policy outcomes, and prevent the functioning of a democratic society. Obviously, I'm very biased. I don't know. If the left was that organized, I'd be thrilled. This, honestly, what he's describing is the right.
Yeah.
Like Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. Charlie Kirk was able to do that because he was so funded by right-wing billionaires.
Yep.
And he was able to have such a massive impact because he was backed by big donors. The left obviously doesn't have that because the left is often talking about things like billionaires shouldn't exist or we should redistribute wealth and those things. So why would they do that in the first place? This doesn't exist. This is
to me it's the next logical step in the George Soros thing, which is true. He's donated money to Democrat and left-wing groups and protests and stuff, but I don't think that necessarily means that there's targeted intimidation, radicalization, threats, and violence that are sophisticated and...
and as we talked about, Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA released their list of... they do this. They released lists of professors, academics, journalists, whoever... which are basically just harassment lists. And many people after he died came forward and was like, I'm not going to eulogize this man. He's ruined my life. There's a guy just Rutgers University in New Jersey, Mark Bray.
Hi, Mark Bray, Rutgers University.
He, I believe it was a targeted campaign from the Turning Point USA chapter at Rutgers University. He announced he's leaving the school and moving his family to Europe because they are getting so many credible death threats. And stuff.
Man.
Because he teaches, the history of fascism.
The history of genders. The history of bathrooms.
He teaches trans stuff.
Yeah.
Here you go. Rutgers professor moving to Europe after threats over Antifa accusations.
You're Antifa.
He did write a book. I think he wrote a book
called I'm Antifa by...
I think it's called Antifa, like the anti-fascist... the anti-fascist guidebook or something like that.
Well, that paragraph goes on to say, a new law enforcement strategy that investigates all participants in these criminal and terroristic conspiracies, including the organized structures, networks, entities, organizations, funding sources, and predicate actions behind them is required. So again, a massive catch-all. Like what constitutes a network, entity, organization, funding source? Like if you donate $20 to your local to your local church or your local whatever, church or whatever, and that church happens to also have had a rally in support of something left wing against ICE or something, they have the grounds to then say, well, that's you're funding terrorism and criminal conspiracy.
Yeah, I mean,
anything can be. They can warp whatever they want to fit this legal narrative.
I'd be cooked. I mean, the amount of donations I've made to left-wing candidates,
brother.
I mean, card-carrying member of the Democratic Socialists of America. That's not going to be good for me.
Yeah, these campaigns are coordinated and perpetrated by actors, Emil, who have developed a comprehensive strategy to achieve specific policy goals through radicalization and violent intimidation. These movements portray foundational American principles, e.g., the support for law enforcement and border control, as fascist to justify and encourage acts of violent revolution. How about the fact that you guys you're doing the exact same thing, but in the opposite? Your support for law enforcement and border control, you take it to the fucking nth degree to justify just kidnapping people off the streets and shit. And the latest thing, I don't know if you heard about this, but there's apparently been a couple of ICE agents and feds and stuff have been doxxed, and there's bounties on their heads for like $2,000 to catch them alive, 10 grand. I think it's cartels. That's what they were reporting on the radio.
Cartels are putting bounties on ICE agents.
10 grand to kill them and like $2 grand to kidnap them. And that's, I'd
have to verify that. That's, well, I mean, who knows?
I'd believe it. And that's why they're like, oh, that's why we got to remain anonymous. Sure, fine. Whatever. Even if we take that, the biggest issue is, well, not the biggest issue, but when you see people, what's to stop anybody from just putting on a mask and kidnapping someone that they don't like, or someone that they want to fucking sexually assault, or someone that they want to just flat out kidnap?
Yes, this is the exact reason we don't allow these things. It's not entirely clear that these that we haven't just seen Proud Boys members or
I'm sure a bunch of them are former Proud Boys
That's
guys.
true. I mean, I'm sure they've just gone legit at this point and have signed up. I mean, why not? The benefits are crazy. I'm even eyeing some of those
bonuses,
those student loan forgiveness. I'm should I freaking mask up or what?
Oh, great. So now I got to pay for your student loan because you want to beat up a Mexican guy?
I'm just kidding. I would not do that. It is crazy that that is how we're doing student loan forgiveness, though. But yeah, the bonuses they offer, all this stuff. I mean, anyone who has joined ICE in the past month, 2 months, whatever, I mean, has to be one of the most.
Oh, they're depraved.
Yeah, it's
depraved, lonely, angry, vengeful.
So yeah, I mean, it's either
sad.
It's either vigilantes who are just doing this unsanctioned, but why even bother doing that when you can go legit, get paid, get bonuses?
Yeah.
They're doing huge recruitment cycles. It's going to be one of the only jobs left in the country. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure your feed is full of
It's full.
And watching some of them, there was one that went very viral of they chased the guys off. Did you see them? They're trying to grab a guy.
Chicago,
And
those guys looked so unprofessional and so poorly trained.
And a lot of people were pointing out, like, are these guys even law enforcement at this point? Like, or are these just hobbyists?
Yeah.
Going out in their Dodge Durango.
Doing like Batman.
With fake plates.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, we got to take another quick break to talk about MOOMOO. You know it. I love it. I use it Over 27 million people are already on MooMoo, and if that ain't enough to convince you to switch and try it out, I don't know what to tell you. But I definitely see why 27 million people are on there. It really does feel like a next generation platform that makes investing more cost efficient and smarter, just like I always pictured it should be in my head, in my magical brain. Once you try it, you might never want to pay extra or settle for mediocre tools again. Because why would you? Folks, they give you $0 commissions on U.S. stocks, ETFs, and options, plus built-in level 2 market data and real-time options chains. I remember back in the day, I had to pay for level 2 market data, but not anymore with MooMoo. I had to pay commissions. Not anymore with MooMoo. On a lot of platforms, like I said, you pay extra for that kind of live data, which means you could be seeing red the moment you buy. But here, I can place my trades with accurate prices and skip those extra subscription fees. And by the way, there's a very friendly bonus for you, Emil.
So if all that wasn't enough for you, we've got an exclusive offer just for our viewers, okay? Just for you guys. So listen up. You can get up to $1,000 in NVIDIA shares plus a 3% cash match on your first transfer up to $600. That's insane. I'd still be on MooMoo even without the bonus.
Yeah.
The low fees, solid platform, and the trust of over 27 million global users are reason enough. But with the
that bonus, man.
Woo, that's real extra firepower for your next trades.
Yeah, baby. So don't wait because this promotion won't last. Hit the exclusive link in the description to lock in the bonus and put your money to work today. That's what's a concern, but apparently the administration cares more. Like, fine, go for it. Take that Mexican guy. Get him off the street. I mean,
But yeah, so I mean, all of these things together it's just a confluence of things making it vastly easier to target immigrants, target people who oppose any of this stuff, target political dissidents. When I was looking this up, I didn't really know who Miles Taylor was, but he wrote about this, and apparently he was the chief of staff for the Department of Homeland Security in the
Under
first
who?
Trump administration. And he's pissed about this.
Oh.
But I do have to say this. I have an issue with this. It bugs me. But this is from him, someone who worked in Homeland Security.
I love that you sorry, real fast. You just did Trump.
I know I did. I realized literally right after I did it. Donald Trump just made it vastly easier for his agencies to add Americans to the terrorist watch list, track them secretly, pervasively, without due process. It allows them, in effect, to add U.S. citizens by the thousands to the terrorist watch list itself for minor legal infractions or none at all. Here's what people don't realize. You have to be tied to a foreign terrorist group to end up on the U.S. terrorist watch list, formerly called the Terrorist Screening Database, maintained by the FBI's Terrorist Screening Center. There's no statute passed by Congress that limits it to people connected to violent overseas groups like ISIS. Instead, it's based on policies set by the executive branch. The Trump administration has just blown the potential criteria wide open. The new order not only empowers the administration to treat U.S. political organizations or nonprofits as terrorist cells under sweeping and ambiguous criteria, i.e. basically anyone they use legalese to decry as an extremist group, but it also permits agencies to consider an individual as a domestic terrorism suspect for even indirectly encouraging violence or infractions like trespassing and vandalism. I would say basically even like normie libs
can be
on
considered.
Twitter and Facebook are going to be able to be added to these things. I mean, just seeing responses post United Healthcare CEO, seeing
everybody,
pretty much everyone in America has
yeah, which is like, okay, come on, you guys, what are you gonna do? Arrest half of America? There goes your damn economy.
And he basically said exactly what you're talking about. Imagine a Democratic mayor in a small Midwestern town. She organizes a peaceful rally with a guest speaker whom Trump's DOJ later claims is tied to Antifa. Under Trump's order, the mayor would theoretically be flagged as an associate of a domestic terrorist, which alone could be enough to nominate the mayor as a known or suspected terrorist in the TSDB or terrorist watch list without even knowing it, and eventually upend her life.
I'm so tired of this, like, but Trump's not going to do that. He's all bluster. Trump's not going to do that. It's all just words. He's just exaggerating. That's what he does. And now we're at the point where you can't really use that anymore at all. Do you see that Joe Rogan and the fucking chin diaper beard guy, what's his name? Theo Vaughn?
Oh,
they're all coming out and being like, I didn't vote for this.
Let me say from the bottom of my heart, I didn't vote for this.
Oh, you absolute moron.
When I saw people shaking signs at his thing that said mass deportations now. I thought he was going to do it peacefully. I thought he was going to be kind about it.
I just didn't want boys playing girls baseball. That's all. Shoot, I'm Theo Vaughn. Boy, I don't know anything. Hey, I'm just trying to be a good guy here. Shut the fuck up, Theo Vaughn.
And he's pissed that now they're using his clips in their...
Yeah, I hope they keep using them.
I mean...
I hope he gets death threats.
Not only that, I mean, he had the guy on. He goes down and has the...
Boy, you ever try cocaine? Wow, that'll have you sitting on a street pole like a damn owl. Very good, Theo. Good job, Theo.
He goes to the inauguration, so does Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. He's like doing prank videos at the inauguration with the, what are those moron brothers?
The Paul brothers?
The Paul brothers. Yeah. Just like, you made your bed, Theo. You gotta lie in it.
Just fucking, we're just ruled by idiots, man.
But that's honestly, I think this is no one has any responsibility for their consequences.
Oh,
that's why
none.
I was saying this guy's response to this memo really pissed me off. This guy, Miles Taylor, because at the end he said, as someone who's helped build the nation's counterterrorism architecture, I'm telling you that it's now being primed for potentially unimaginable abuse. Indeed, it could become the central nervous system of Trump's surveillance state against the political opposition. Unless insiders blow the whistle, we might not know how expansive the targeting of innocent Americans becomes for many years to come, since the terrorist watch list itself and the process surrounding it are kept secret. It's just so ridiculous to be like, as someone who tried to build this massive surveillance system that, hey, we didn't know some crazy guy was going to get a hold of.
And hijack it.
I mean, this is basically my entire life. Post 9/11, since I had like an actual somewhat political conscious, people on the left have been railing against the Patriot Act, the war on terror, all of these expanding things, even through Obama. Obama was expanding his own powers and people were going, hey, those aren't going to go away when someone else gets in office. And now all these people are like, as a good liberal who made all these things possible, I'm appalled that they're being used like this. And it's like, my God. I mean, ICE is the biggest one. That people were kind of laughed at when people were, remember the abolish ICE movement?
Oh, yeah.
A decade ago?
Mm-hmm.
People were like, what are you talking about? They've been vindicated.
Yeah.
Thousands of times over.
I feel bad for the guy in ICE who's just customs. He's the customs part, not immigration. And he's just like, I just make sure they don't bring frogs and grain into the airport.
Yeah,
I'm not one of the bad guys. I'm just checking for frogs and bugs and stuff. That poor guy.
Have you seen the frog, the Chicago frog?
The Chicago frog? Oh, yeah. They pepper sprayed the fucking...
Well, they did pepper spray him, but he often like... there's other videos of him going and taunting them, and he's kind of just like, shaking his hips at them.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
You love the frog.
What's frustrating to me is all these. You get to see. It's like Warren Buffett says when the tide goes out, you get to finally see who has been swimming naked. In reference to like who's got their balance sheet over leveraged when the easy money policies go away, and like which companies are set to fail. In a similar sense, when push comes to shove politically and the political tide goes out, so to speak, you get to see who's been like morally swimming naked and who is so inconsistent in their political beliefs, i.e., the gun lovers, the states' rights people, the reason we have guns is to go after a tyrannical government. It's like sending federal...
Yeah, where's your militias, yo?
Dude, this is exactly what they were warning against. And what they're like, this is why we need guns. Dude, it's federalized troops and federal agents.
No, but they like it now.
I know. That's what's
Greg Abbott of
mind-blowing.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is sending 400 National Guardsmen from Texas.
And they send
Illinois.
these guys out there, and then there's protests and pushback, and then they use that protest and pushback to justify their presence there. It's just one big circle jerk. Oh, this is your federal government overstepping its bounds to a T. You couldn't. This is your perfect setup. And I have seen some people out there like really saying this is wrong, and conservatives everywhere need to like step up and say something. But
yeah, but are they going to their militia members and going, boys, suit up?
I just hope that we don't get
I'd love to see some ice on militia. Well, I guess it's like that tweet says. It's like the same reason you never see Hannah Montana and Miley
Cyrus in the same room. Wow, what a comparison. ICE versus cops. It's like well, you never see Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus in the same.
No, ICE versus militia.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, it's because they're one and the same.
Yeah. The militias have just been like, great.
Man, I still just can't.
Why don't we just go get good government jobs?
Get good government jobs.
We'll get health care. Some of us went to college. We want those loans forgiven.
You'd be furloughed right now.
Well, no, they're not furloughed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're one of the few. The few, the proud, the ICE.
We have no government. We just have rogue, secret police.
In jeans. And Dodge
loyal
Durangos.
to Trump at all costs.
Yeah. Trump could fuck these guys' wives and they'd be like, man,
damn,
I'd vote for you a third time.
Thank you for that.
You made her come harder than I ever could.
Just one more, just to hammer this home for people to like understand what this means for everyone. This is still from Miles. Being nominated to the list can make it easier for your movements to be monitored, your bank accounts to be frozen or closed, deny you jobs, visas, or security clearances, and/or track your communications and financial transactions across agencies, often without a warrant and usually without your knowledge.
Well, as part of the memorandum on Section 2, they've got this thing called the National Joint Terrorism Task Force, or the JTTFs. They shall coordinate and supervise a comprehensive national strategy to investigate, prosecute, and disrupt entities and individuals engaged in acts of political violence and intimidation designed to suppress lawful political activity or obstruct the rule of law. Again, a very blanket definition that, anybody, they could easily find a way to say that you were engaging in political violence or conspiracy. This is one part I didn't like, one of many. The JTTFs shall consult and coordinate with executive departments and agencies as needed to determine whether such agencies can apply existing authorities or exercise their own authorities as appropriate to support the JTTF's investigations and relevant prosecutions of political violence. So it's just kind of like, hey, do your own thing, exercise your own, your best judgment for how you want to, unless you want to work with us. But otherwise, hey, whatever you do is A-okay with us. Hey, gang, we got to take one last little break here to talk about your wallet. Can I have your wallet, please?
Give it to us.
Give it to us. No,
Seriously.
but haha, I'm just kidding. I remember back when I was a wee lad, just a few short months ago, when I had a big fat wad for a wallet. It was pathetic.
I had a leather behemoth. I would take it out of my pocket every time I sat down.
Falling apart. You look like a chucklehead. You look like a
George
dork.
Costanza.
Yeah, you look like George Costanza. But then Ridge came along, right? Sleek, sexy, modern, protective. Really good design. It can hold up to 12 cards at a time plus cash. I don't need to use that many cards because I'm a bit of a minimalist. But baby, it's got premium materials. They got aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber. Got a whole bunch of colors to choose from.
50 plus colors to choose from. Okay,
they got a lifetime warranty.
All Ridge products have a lifetime warranty. This is literally the last wallet you'll ever have to buy. Okay?
You know what I like the most?
Is it the RFID?
It's the RFID technology. I didn't even know what that was before, but you got chips in your cards these days. Scammers be trying to swipe your information from those cards.
You're walking around unprotected if you're not using Ridge. That's what I say.
Yeah. So there's a reason why they've got over 100,000 5-star reviews. And then they've also got this new thing. It's the Ridge AirTag attachment. So you'll always be able to know where your wallet is and you're never going to lose it again because you can just slap a little AirTag.
Also important to point out, because I've gotten into some of their other stuff.
Yeah.
They're not just about wallets. They create premium everyday carry essentials like key cases, suitcases, and rings, all built with the same sleek, durable design. And I really mess with their battery
free
pack.
Shipping. And they also do free shipping and a 99-day risk-free trial and a lifetime warranty on all their products. So anyway, for a limited time, our listeners get 10% off at Ridge by using code BAYS at checkout. Just head to ridge.com and use code BAYS and you're all set. Ridge.com, Code BAYS, 10% off. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. So please support our show and tell them that we sent you.
I mean, he talked about it when he was, it was last time we went live. We were talking about that, that big presentation with all the generals with Hegseth and Trump.
Oh God,
like 500 generals down in Virginia.
This is the most pathetic.
But he mentioned it. He said, this is going to be big. This is going to be a big thing for the people in this room because it's an enemy from within and we have to handle it before it gets out of control. It won't get out of control once you're involved at all.
And just so people are aware, because I tend to forget that not everybody's online and on Twitter and stuff, but I actually didn't really know this, but the military is famously supposed to be completely politically neutral. And Trump and Hegseth and everybody, they've really been, and this is what's concerning, is like all these little pieces are coming into place, and it just, you can't help but wonder what comes next, because they're very much trying to politicize the branches of government by addressing all these generals and admirals and stuff and saying, we've got an enemy from within. And then just at I guess it was the Navy's birthday. That's why Trump was addressing all the sailors.
I forgot to send the card.
I know. I didn't send the Navy anything. But he goes up, Trump went up there and said, we got to deal with a little problem, a little gnat on our shoulder, known as the Democrats. Not the left, not the radical left, but just the Democrats.
That's why I feel good that I don't consider myself a Democrat. Thank you, Trump. I'll see you out there, pal.
But just to finish up with this memoranda, the Attorney General shall issue specific guidance that ensures domestic terrorism priorities include politically motivated terrorist acts such as, so all of these are going to be considered politically motivated terrorist attacks.
It's basically Minority Report pre-crime bullshit.
Yeah. Organized doxing campaigns, swatting, rioting, looting, trespass, assault, destruction of property, threats of violence, and civil disorder. What would constitute civil disorder? What would constitute trespass or assault? Could it be verbal? If you yell at a cop or say just the wrong thing, could they say, I feel threatened, and then take you down and get you arrested? Who the fuck knows?
Do you hold traditional American morals?
Fuck.
What are those?
In the course of and as a result of the investigations directed by Section 2 of this memorandum, the Attorney General may recommend that any group or entity whose members are engaged in activities meeting the definition of domestic terrorism merits designation as a domestic terrorist organization. The Attorney General shall submit a list of any such groups or entities to the president through the assistant to the president and Homeland Security advisor. So now we're talking about making lists of people. And the Attorney General is going to give said list to Trump and the Homeland Security advisor. So that's nice. They'll just have a list of everybody, just like Charlie Kirk's Toilet Paper USA had. Let's see. One last thing. The Attorney General and the Secretary of Homeland Security shall designate domestic terrorism a national priority area and develop appropriate grant programs to allocate funding for law enforcement partners to detect, prevent, and protect against threats arising from this area. God bless you. God bless America. God bless Jesus Christ. And God bless traditional American values. 1488, we must ensure a white future for our white children. And thank you very much. And God bless you. And God bless the unborn babies. And say no to abortion. Donald Trump.
Just say no to abortion.
Just say no to abortion. And that's how they signed it off.
That's crazy.
Yeah. God bless.
And I do think for that little bit you did, you're going to jail, pal.
Yeah, probably. Jesus Christ.
And I think they might find bullets that say trans ideology on it in your house.
Oh boy, there's a popular meme format in particular in like white supremacist nationalist groups, and this format, it looks like it's a still from a VHS tape from the late 80s or 90s, and it's meant to.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, it's meant to elicit feelings of nostalgia for a time long gone, a time that they often decry as being stolen from you, taken from you due to globalization, due to woke, due to black people and illegal immigrants and stuff. And
If it wasn't for woke, you would have a wife right now.
What I find
That's
the most...
the reason you don't.
Oh, yeah. The reason why... Well, yeah, it's because some Mexican guy came and took your wife before you could even meet her.
Wives.
Yeah. It's because Bad Bunny doesn't speak English very well. But they pine for this bygone era, which, interestingly enough, usually involves advertisements. It's usually around old magazine ads, television ads, because they're for some reason they're singularly obsessed with ads, and how back then ads used to have like white families and a white mother and a white father, and there was no multiracialism shoved down our throats, and they long for this time that may not have ever even really existed for them.
I don't think it ever... That's the thing. I mean, I've said it before. I think they're just stupid, and they're like, I saw it on TV. That's what it was like.
I missed that.
Everyone, they lived like Leave It to Beaver. Their dads were nice to them. My dad was horrible to me. And they had a nice mom. My mom left me because my dad was drunk. And they just think things they saw on the TV were... They every time was better than it is now. Everything about history was great, because they consider themselves just an elite that has been downtrodden by something. Yeah. But if it was just any other era, if they could go back to ancient Greece, they wouldn't be the philosophers' butt boys in the spas, but they would be the philosophers themselves. They'd
be the ones fucking the butt boys.
Right.
Yeah. Go back to that tweet, though, because in this image, you got a couple of Apache helicopters flying over what appears to be a NASCAR race. And it says, recapture our national identity. You see uscis.gov/join, and the Homeland Security tweeted this and says victory is within reach. Now let's click the Homeland Security thing, because they've been just on a fucking tear. They truly must have... Click media.
You do have to give it to Kristi Noem, though, for someone who looks to be continuously getting stung by bees. She's doing a hell of a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. The poor woman.
It seems like no matter where she goes, she's bumping into a...
I mean, they're doing... Look at these
wasp's nest.
Look at this. Click one of those. The America Calls. America Calls. Join ICE now. And it's Lady Liberty holding a white Lady Liberty. It's just... I mean, I wouldn't even call these dog whistles anymore. I just call them fucking whistles, dude.
These are full-blown, white supremacist propaganda.
Yeah, click out of it. Let's find another one that's like
they're doing, World War II era propaganda to get you to join the war against your fellow citizens.
It's that Europa shit, that Pax Europa shit.
And they think that's going... That's what I'm saying, where anyone who's joined in the last couple months or whatever, these are only going to appeal to just the most depraved...
Oh, yeah. Stinky guys. Like the stinkiest stinky guys. America calling. Join it's just... Ugh.
This is full-blown Nazi shit.
It'd be great if it was like, hey, learn a trade, or like join the cause for building factories. I'd be all for it. Oh, go to the Homestead one. Go down to that right there. That on the left. The Pioneer's Home. We are the ones who create. It's just all this like white shit. It's bananas, man. It's really bananas. I saw one the other day that has since gotten deleted, but it was something about we want we want the America that only had 100 million people, and it was just a bunch of clips from the 90s of like white guys in the Olympics, and which is they are so good at making it seem like America was and always had been purely white, and it wasn't, brother.
Up until 2008, Barack Obama got elected, and he made everyone black somehow. And we just wanted to go back.
Yeah. But sorry, I'm chewing ice.
Nice, dude. Chew ice.
No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's so
don't join ice.
Chew ice. Anyway, it's bad stuff. It's bad vibes, and you got fucking what's his name? Let's click the FAFO of Captain Dipshit of the fuckhead militia. Pete Hegseth addressing the military, expecting a round of applause after he says this.
In other words, to our enemies, FAFO. F-O.
I want to do my own Pete Hegseth here. In other words, to our enemies, LMAO.
That's a president I would get behind. A president bringing the hee-hees, ha-has?
Or BBW. Big, beautiful woman.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. He's just into large women.
I was immediately going Star Wars.
In other words,
I thought you were going to say BB-8.
He was expecting.
In other words, R2.
D2. Mine sucked, the one that I just did. But he, FAFO, of course, stands for Fuck Around, Find Out, which has been a rallying cry and a punctuation mark on many of these guys' statements as it
Which
pertains.
It wasn't always. I remember being just finding it
It was like you act a fool at a party or a club. You fuck around, you find out, you get knocked out.
I remember being very tired of seeing it online in like 2020 of like,
but the Proud Boys totally co-opted it.
I know. Because
you go out there and you protest us? Fuck around, find it. Just fuck you.
I will say, as goofy as these guys are, we are finding out.
Yeah. But it was just entertaining because he assumed that all these generals were just as online as he is. And I'm sure most of them were like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Don't drag your online shit and try to make... When people try to commingle and race mix, if you will, online and in person, it's the cringiest shit.
Oh, yeah, it's extremely cringy.
When you're bringing that... FAFO belongs online. It doesn't belong in real life.
There's a couple.
Don't do that.
Of your
That's the crux of the problem, really. So much online they've been desperately trying to bring into the real world.
Twitter podcast administration.
Yeah.
It's the entire. Yeah, I don't think this is popular. They've unfortunately captured power,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be extremely hard to wrest it away from them. But this is not popular.
Yeah, and Stephen Miller, who speaks with his bottom teeth.
You like him, right?
Oh, I love him so much. He's so hot.
I thought you said he's at least the one guy who's doing good stuff.
He's at least the one guy who's trying to do a good job. If the woke will get out of his way.
He definitely, I will say, I think he's trying to do a good job, and he wants to be a little good boy for Trump.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
He really is, who was it Goebbels? Who was like,
oh yeah, he's certainly
Hitler's like
Trump's
right hand, the propaganda guy.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Goebbels? He's a little Weasley rat boy Goebbels, and he's the one who's been really it's been rattling around in my brain. Thank you very much. About how what's scariest about Trump, arguably, is the fact that he delegates so much of his responsibilities to others. And that's been his calling card for the longest time. I'm a good businessman. I'm a smart businessman. On The Apprentice, it was all about like, he's got his sons there and Ivanka. And he's like, I hire the smartest people because I'm really good at that. And then they handle everything. And that's what he's been doing. And it feels like, and I'm not the only one to think of this or point it out, but a lot of people have been noting that it really increasingly feels like this is Stephen Miller's like not even pet project, but
this is
entire basis for fucking living right now. And and Trump has probably just been like, you go wild. You're my little pit bull. You're my good little boy. Get out there and do whatever needs to be done. Go on TV, say whatever needs to be said.
Yeah,
and
he wants to be a good little boy.
Oh, and he's the one who's been the loudest, the most vocal, and the most aggressive with this whole, and just conditioning people, conditioning their base. Leftists are terrorists. The Democratic Party is a terrorist organization. Gavin Newsom talking about shit. He was like, "This is," I don't remember what he said. It was like, "This is insurrection. This is calls for violence." Just calling Stephen Miller fascist and calling these guys wannabe fascists. He's like, "That's violence. You're promoting violence."
Yeah,
by saying that.
That's a big part of their whole thing motivating this is the fact that when they act like fascists, people call them fascists, and that is promoting violence.
You can't call us that because then people might act on those things and take out their anger toward us, and that's not good for us. I mean, case in point. Well, I shouldn't say case in point because it's still unsubstantiated, but there was this judge, Diane Schaefer Goodstein, and her husband, who was a former member of both houses of the state legislature in, where was it? Missouri?
I thought this was North Carolina.
North Carolina, that's right. Her house burned down, and there's no proof that it's arson yet, of course, but it's just really, really bad timing.
It's obviously very strange, but I don't think, as of this point in time, there is...
there's no evidence that it's arson, but
it was...
I mean, it is bad vibes and bad timing because she was... she'd gotten death threats for
ruling...
ruling...
weeks after Goodstein issued a ruling against the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Obviously... tensions are inflamed, to say the say the least.
To switch gears just a little bit, I guess. Why don't you pull up that thing that's in bold there? Friend of the show, Jem Carson, has been all over this. He's a very smart guy. He's a stock guy, and he put out a warning months ago that there was going to be some really increased, not only rhetoric, but policy cracking down on political dissent. And he's been proven right, and it's kind of terrifying. And lately,
he's been kind of a terrifying follow lately.
Oh, yeah. And lately, he's been kind of dropping breadcrumbs, so to speak, about what he thinks might be next. And he put up this infographic about the countries with the largest proven oil reserves, and they're the biggest one. You've got Venezuela with 303 billion barrels in their reserves. And who is it that we've been blowing up extrajudicially? What country outside of the waters? Yes, Emil.
How dare you? Number one, those were drug running Venezuelans. Okay,
Sure.
That is the Trump administration keeping us safe. It almost sounds like you don't adhere to traditional American values.
Oh no, I love traditional American values. I love them. It's Venezuela.
Yeah.
And
apparently, maybe that's what traditional American morals are: bombing people extrajudicially in the Caribbean. Maybe that's our morals.
I would like to. I mean, the America that these guys love so much would not be where it is without everybody, you know? I mean, so much of the tax revenue and shit and the GDP comes from blue cities in blue states, from a lot of companies that they purport to fucking hate because they're woke and whatever.
Well, even just going back to, those AI generated things you're talking about where people like to be like, making America great again, goes back to the 50s, whatever. We used to be a great country. They always base it in woke, and this was before trans and black people and gay people and all this stuff, but they never point to any of the actual economic factors of union density in this country, tax rates, corporate tax rates, employment protections. It's just things that have been just absolutely gutted.
Yeah.
And not to mention that the country was still kind of coasting off of New Deal era policies that have been gutted since. It's never that. It's always, well, the woke gay, we need to kill every teacher because they made my kid trans. I was surprised. I have a group of friends that I'm still very close with that I grew up with. Most of them, if not all of them, left New Jersey just like I did. And I saw a guy, I follow him on Instagram. He was probably a few grades older than me.
Okay.
And I honestly didn't know. I wasn't that close with him. I didn't know his political leanings or anything, but on Instagram, I've been seeing him just blast, just going very left. And I was like, damn, okay.
Interesting.
And he posted something about Central New Jersey, where I grew up, and someone they just elected. I don't keep up with Central Jersey politics, but I do know that it's a pretty conservative area. And I just texted back, or responded to it, man, it's such a shame that where we grew up is such a conservative place. I guess I didn't feel it that much growing up because I wasn't, I was a kid, whatever. And he was like, I used to be close with a lot of people who still live there, and I've basically cut everyone off. He's like, you have no idea what it's like over there. Apparently, like the high school that my high school was a part of, the district, there was an insurgency from Moms for Liberty, which is that like anti-gay, anti-trans,
sure,
whatever. And I guess they took over the board and they're just instituting all these insane policies. And he was like, I honestly just cut ties with everyone. I was like, God, what a weird. It definitely was not like that when I was growing up. It was not like, I mean, we got in trouble. We had assemblies and stuff about like, they wanted us to stop using gay and all this stuff. And it's
now they're encouraging it.
Yeah. Now
hey, we just want to let you kids know it's okay. Call each other gay.
And I think conservatism was always something I would probably be against, but it's just such a different thing. I even asked him, because he was older than me, I was like, was it always like that growing up? And he was like, no, I remember in 96, Clinton was going to be in the town over. I remember Republican friends, families going to see Clinton speak and being like, he seems like a sensible guy. I actually might. It's just such a different.
Well, yeah, Trump changed
this
everything.
Whole thing has really.
Trump was like at just the right place and time when the online world started to really spill out into the real world. In 2015, 2016, if you had used the word woke to a boomer voter, they wouldn't know what it is. But now it's everywhere. Online and in real life are enmeshed.
Facebook cooked the boomers' brains.
Everything cooked, and Trump especially, he was the big catalyst for it because he's the living embodiment. You know the pink sludge in Ghostbusters 2 underneath New York, and it's just all of the bad vibes of the city is what manifest in this sludge. Trump is that, but for like boomer rage and Gen and a little bit of Gen X and I guess to a lesser extent some frustrated millennials and stuff, but he is the living embodiment of that. And that's why they see him as their champion. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's certainly not it's certainly not an administration with a ideology based on actually building there's no project here. There's no.
No, it's all about tearing things down and going back to.
Yeah, it's revenge and tearing everything down. And
the friends that I have from like high school and from my hometown, some of whom I still talk to, some of whom I just have lost contact with. Even in the first election, they had such a lack of interest in being challenged. It was just like, I believe this and this. And then when I try to like disprove or debate or whatever, it would just be like, I don't want to talk politics, which I get. But at the same time, there was no intellectual curiosity. There was no, and I knew, I was like, oh, this guy or these people don't, it's not even that they're consuming Fox News or anything. It's just that they're not getting anything. And they just know Obama was bad and Democrats are bad and gay and all the emotionally stunted men I'm thinking of this one guy in his family, including him, are just like, I vote Republican because I want lower taxes and I want to be able to keep my money. And it was always so funny to me because the hypocrisy with this guy was so glaring. He's like, you don't understand. I see, and I've mentioned this on the show before. If you worked where I work, he works in a hospital. If you worked where I work, and Grace Ann, please don't clip this because I don't want him to see it. She probably would. He's like, if you worked where I worked in a hospital, you see people come in all the time who are broke, but they have iPhones. And it's like, that's such a fucking fallacy of logic. You have no idea how they got the phone. Maybe they got it used, whatever. But either way, in the modern era, everybody's got to have a fucking phone. Number one. Number two, he's like, and these people are just leeches on the system. They take advantage and they don't pay their fair share, blah, blah,
Would
blah,
they feel
blah,
better if that guy came in and was broke and he was like, good, no iPhone. This guy must be broke.
Dude, right? And then the hypocrisy comes from his brother.
Not only that, oftentimes, like, he could have had that phone for such a long time. It's not like you're born broke and die. Like,
yeah, well,
you go broke and
sure,
whatever.
The main point that he was making was these people are leeches on the system. Meanwhile, his own brother was a wildland firefighter, and wildland firefighters are only contracted to work, 4 months out of the year. And for years, this guy did the following. He would work as a wildland firefighter, and then for the remaining 8 months out of the year, he would collect unemployment. And my buddy was like, isn't that fucking sick? He's just like taking advantage of the system. And like, yeah, he's just chilling in his cabin up there, just collecting unemployment. And then when he works again, he gets the paycheck from the. And then there was some loophole that he was exploiting where it was like he was working a job under the table, collecting the unemployment. And I just wanted to be like, man, you remember those guys those families, those poor families you were knocking for like taking advantage of the system? Like, what's going on there? And he himself I remember him telling me one time he got pulled over by the cops right after a shift. He was speeding or something. And he was pissed because the cop gave him a ticket because he tried to get out of it by being like, oh, I work over at blah, blah, blah hospital. And yeah, I help you guys out all the time whenever we get like DUI suspects and stuff, because he's first to like take the blood to make sure they get a conviction. And he was sure that the cop would be like, oh yeah, you're one of us. And it's just like, dude, again, just the kind of living embodiment of this, like the cheating the system and cronyism for me, but for everybody else, you're a leech and you're usurping the system. And it's just, and when you would try to engage with it or try to convince him otherwise, there was no talking to him. Because he either just, I don't want to get into that. That's messy.
Man, I don't want to get into politics.
Or just some stuff, just, you could give him the most cogent, coherent, logically consistent argument for why he's wrong about something. And he'd be like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just feel the way I feel.
I just like the guy.
Which is like those fucking, we don't have to play that. Well, let's play the clip of the soybean farmer, because it is funny that his name is Scott Farmer.
I know. I don't know what to...
or whatever.
Well, like we talked earlier, we went from 12 billion to zero. And then, as a farmer, we get up one morning and you give Argentina, which is our second biggest competition in the world. They're the largest exporters of soybean meal in the world. So I get up one morning, I turn the news on, and you give $20 billion of taxpayer money to my competition. And then the Chinese buy, I think the figure is 30 or 40 containers ships, which is about 65,000 metric tons per ship, which is like...
All right. Basically...
Yeah, but doesn't he say that... Doesn't she ask him if he would vote again?
Oh, yeah. Keep playing it. Sorry.
So they buy 12 or 14 billion dollars worth of soybeans from the Argentinians after the tax holiday. And here's the caveat to it. They give $2.30 over the November board, while I'm getting 50 cents under the November board. So that makes the Argentinian soybeans about $12.42 a bushel. I think that's the real figure they gave. So all my premium went.
Oh.
Scott, I just lost you there at the end. You said your premiums go?
They all went to Argentina.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's not the right one. I thought
basically he got all the soybean farmers got royally fucked. China used to import $12 billion a year from America, and it dropped to zero this year because of Trump's bullshit. And we just gave Argentina a bailout.
Because they fucked their economy up so bad with their ridiculous libertarian Javier Milei.
Yeah.
And people on the right were like, we're back, baby. The world is going to see what libertarianism unleashed can do. And then they tanked the economy.
Yeah.
And now we're giving them a $20 billion bailout.
Yeah. And then they're selling their soybeans to China instead. And the sad thing is that these people, no matter what happens, they're still so devastatingly effective at making farmers like that and like rural God-fearing Americans so afraid of trans and woke. They really make it seem like they're going to come and like force convert your sons and shit. They're just so good at it that they would just keep voting for Trump no matter what. every single time.
It is
it's very disheartening.
Talking to that guy from my hometown was just really bummed me out. I mean, those are people, it's a suburb in New Jersey. You know what I mean? It's like, these are people who, for the most part, the system is working for.
Oh, yeah.
And I can understand it when there's some, there's economic hardship. There's feeling like you're being left behind. At least this guy's talking about wanting to shake up the system. This is just bizarre to me. I mean, so I try to, I'll like mute anyone who I just like don't want to see their stuff. But my friends who I do keep in touch with, who are very normal and have left, will sometimes like send me a thing. They sent me this guy. He was in our grade. We knew him, and they sent me his Instagram post, and it's November 2024. It's a picture of the Trump rally he was attending somewhere in Pennsylvania, I think, and just like long caption about what an honor it was to be at Trump's last rally before he becomes president again. Brought tears to my eyes. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be entire areas of study dedicated to this after it's all over, about what a stranglehold this guy has had both on his own party, on the opposition, on the country, on the culture, and on the world. He's truly the main character every day. And yeah, I'm often just left speechless and hopeless, and just like, I don't even know. There's what's going on.
Truly, what is going on?
What the fuck is going on?
This
how are people like Ted Cruz, who are just revealed to obviously be completely lacking in any kind of principles and moral consistency. And
dude, literally go down the list. Every single one of these guys in 2015 and 2016 was calling him a despot. JD Vance himself called him the next Hitler.
Yeah.
All of these people are the biggest cowards. Marco Rubio, all of them just the biggest cowards all down the line. Yeah. But they can see what's happening. I mean, that's the thing. We're not even a year into this, to the second term. These things like we're talking about, NSPM 7, things are just getting started. I mean, it's the...
Yeah. and like you said, they never have any plans for how to make things better. It's just, hey, all these plans that you have for making things better, that's never going to work. That's fucking stupid. That's going to cost too much money.
Yeah, but
are you gay?
Get
out of here with that gay shit.
It's the, they go for the easy thing of Kristi Noem tweets out like
FAFO
30 million illegals deported. Sounds like that'll do a number for the housing market. Now all of a sudden you're not competing with illegals, and it's like, just kill me. Just
we didn't even get into the Christianity.
Me that shotgun you turned on your dog, Kristi Noem. Put it right here.
That's not even getting into the Christianity part about how these people claim to be such like God-fearing, brethren-loving Christians, and yet they are so hateful and just intolerant toward virtually everybody.
Yeah, but they're gonna do they're gonna cloak it in the fact that they're
protecting their own.
Yeah. They're gonna do who is it? The Laken Riley Act. They're gonna take any instance of an immigrant having some kind of violent action towards someone, and even better if it's a blonde white woman, and they can go, do you see what they wanted to do to you?
This is what they took from us.
This is what they want to do to the entire world, the entire country. All of our sweet, beautiful white babies.
You're going to have to hand them over. You're just going to have to do it. And Obama himself, hi, Doug.
If Obama gets his way, he's going to hand over all the white babies to the immigrants.
Remember that clip of the people acting out the abortion in front of the White House during the Obama administration? No. Oh man, I got to find it real fast. We'll end on that.
We should re-elect abortion. Obama, and he should just like day one be like, we're collecting all the white babies and I'm giving them to the immigrants. I'm sending them to Venezuela.
Oh, here, I got
on
it.
A boat.
Go to YouTube and search "render unto Obama."
I need your money to kill babies by abortion. You, taxpayer, give me your money to pay for baby killing.
No, I don't believe in abortion.
I don't care. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give me money to kill babies.
All right, I'll pay you. Don't hit me anymore. Please, kill my baby. Kill my baby.
You, kill that woman's baby.
For the audio listener.
Yes.
For the audio
Yes. You kill that woman's baby. Play it again.
The woman who said "kill my baby"
said,
had a
"Need
sign,
money for a
I
boob
need
job."
money. I want a boob job. And I do remember this because this resurfaced recently. The guy's wearing a mask, but that is now the. I believe he works under Robert Kennedy now at the Director of Health and Human Services.
Oh, that's good.
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
but that's basically, these guys are, the administration is full of these guys.
Well,
they let guys like this govern, and now this is what.
Well, and this is what politics and discourse used to be, which I'm totally okay with. You got four weirdos doing a weird kind of demonstration in front of the White House. Knock
like
yourselves
this?
out. But now these people each have like 1 million followers and a fucking podcast, and they're you know.
You should write a op-ed in the New York Times that Randall Terry was practicing politics in exactly the right way.
Is that who that is? From the I just gotta watch it one more time.
Your money to kill babies by abortion. You, taxpayer, give me your money to pay for baby killing.
No, I don't believe in abortion.
I don't care. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give me money to kill babies.
All right, I'll pay you. Don't hit me anymore. Please, kill my baby. Kill my baby.
You, kill that woman's baby.
Dude.
Yes.
It's honestly a perfect.
I love the look at the camera. It's so fucking good. Yes.
This is.
Oh my God. See, now again, if it were 2025, she would have a podcast. They would both have a podcast, and they'd probably be influential within the.
Can I tell you
fucking,
something?
What?
I'd tune in. I want to know what these people have to say. I mean,
I need kill my baby. I need a boob job. And nobody cares. Nobody's like paying them any attention. They're just fringe weirdos. And that's what this country used to be.
Do we know who these people are? I need to know what they must be thrilled now.
Yes. The doctor just Randall Terry.
16 years ago. These guys have gotten exactly what they wanted.
Yeah. Randall Terry was Steve Huffman. He was holding a protest sign with the same phrase. All right. Anyway, well, folks, that's it for this week. We'll see you next week.
And like we always say, render unto Obama.
Render unto Obama. And we'll see you in the bonus. BenandEmilShow.com. Doug's going to be there. Won't you?
Coming up on this week's episode of BenandEmilShow.com.
Yeah, you had it at a hospital. It's got records and stuff.
Then yeah.
But on the way to, New York, the big city.
Wait, what?
You and your wife hucked the baby out the window.
What is happening?
Who would find out? Nobody in the city knows that you had a baby.
Whoever finds that baby.
Yeah, but the baby's never found. A bear eats it.
What is your hypothetical?
Yeah, but the
here?
records, who's checking up? It's not like they're going, huh?
Oh, I
baby
mean,
hasn't paid taxes.
Not kissing each other. I'm like, are you attracted to each other?
Yeah, you got to see if you taste good.
You got to smooch each other.
Yeah, you got to smooch. Must smooch.
Smooch. Aren't you guys going crazy too?
Doug still won't lick me.
And she was like, no, I don't think so. He does another lap. I see him. I see the black shorts. I see the shirtless guy.
Here he comes.
It was so clearly him. And like, I just had a second of, if she says that that's not him, I think I'm going to have like a mental breakdown because it's just so obviously him.
I got a good one for you.
He doesn't even care.